Hello, North Central Healthcare heroes, champions, and warriors. I am Michelle Gleason. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and I have with me today
Evie and Edison.
my two sons have joined me today to share with you a few techniques that we think will help people's mental health. So the first one is some grounding techniques. The second one is mindfulness. And the third one is positive thinking. But before we do that, I just want to say to North Central Healthcare staff right now that I am extremely proud to be working at North Central. The leadership that I've seen is absolutely outstanding. The passion for the work and the bravery to continue working on the front lines is inspiring, and it keeps me going each day. And as you can see, we're wearing our jerseys today for the Sports Gear Day to support our champions and using the hashtag COVID, combat COVID. We are supporting North Central that way with our sports gear on today. So the first technique we're going to share with you today is called grounding. So grounding is a way that we can slow our minds down a little bit. When we feel overwhelmed or a flood of emotions, we can use some grounding techniques to slow our minds and calm our nervous system down a little bit. So one way we can do that is with engaging our five senses. And we can do that by using our fingers. So our first sense that we're going to talk about how we can use it is our sense of sight. So this would be closing our eyes and envisioning something that helps us feel calm. So for me, it would be the ocean.
For me, it would be the sunset.
Me, it would be a palm tree.
Great. Our second sense is our sense of smell. So this one, you can also close your eyes and think about something you enjoy smelling, or you can actually grab something if you have something that you enjoy smelling and smell it. So for me, it's coffee is calming.
For me, it's peppermint.
For me, it's flowers.
Flowers, great. Our third sense is our sense of taste. For me, I like to imagine eating brownies.
For me, I like to imagine eating candy.
Me, it would be sausage pizza.
Sausage pizza. All right, our fourth sense is our sense of hearing, our sense of sound. For me, it's music, so I can close my eyes and think about all the music I love, or I can actually put that music on to help me calm.
Mine is the waves in the ocean.
Mine is birds.
Birds chirping. It's a great one for spring. And then our last sense is our sense of touch. And this can be, you can grab something like fidgets or something like that. For me, it would be petting my dog. So for Gus, when I pet Gus, it helps me feel calm.
For me, I like touching this thing. It feels really, really cool, and you can make things that stick to it.
Mine is my blanket.
Your blanket. Great. So thanks for sharing all those, our five senses we engaged in helping us feel more calm and relaxed. And you can use that on the go anytime. Our second technique we're going to share with you is called mindfulness. And Evie's going to share his definition of mindfulness.
So mindfulness is when you get stressed or mad. So you fix it. You can close your eyes or open your eyes. You breathe in and out. 3 slow times. That's how you do it.
Thank you. Yes, mindfulness is a great technique people often use to slow their thinking down a bit, but also it helps us to not focus so much on things that we're worried about in the past or things that we might be worried or anxious about in the future. So it allows us to spend time just in the moment, focusing on our breath. Oftentimes when we're focused on our breath, our mind may wander to other things, and that's okay. We just gently guide our attention back to our breath. This sounds simple, can be challenging for some, can be uncomfortable. I typically encourage people to try it for 1 minute a day and see how it makes your body feel. Our last technique is positive thinking. So in this stressful time, we may be overwhelmed with negative thoughts throughout the day. So we want to pay attention to those. We want to make sure they're not affecting our mood in a negative way. So something we're practicing is positive thinking. So how can we replace some of those negative thoughts with some positive thoughts? So for me lately, I've been feeling overwhelmed. I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself to do more for people. I feel compelled to do better at homeschooling. I often tell myself I should be doing better at helping people at work. I should be doing better at home. And so what's important for me is to replace some of those thoughts with, I'm doing my best and that's enough.
Mine is, we will get through this together.
And then sometimes for Edison's, sometimes we're thinking about this quarantine and thinking very overwhelmed thoughts about this is going to go on forever and it's becoming stressful. So one good thought Edison has is,
One day at a time.
one day at a time. So those are just a couple examples of how some positive thinking can be incorporated and hopefully take place of those negative thoughts. So we would like to thank you very much for joining us. We are hoping some of these techniques help you find some calmness and find some peace in your day. Thank you.
Peace and love.